4,000 meters down, in the midnight zone, where pressure should shatter bone and steel, a Dumbo octopus drifts unexpectedly into view, soft as a ghost, alive where life should not be possible. Scientists at MBARI and NOAA say these deep-sea creatures, these deep-sea octopuses, rewrite the rules of biology. But why do octopuses become more alien and baffling the deeper we look? And what secrets still keep experts awake at night? A Dumbo octopus, a deep-sea octopus, floats in the darkness, its body more water than flesh. Nearly 80% gelatinous mass, so soft that even at 400 times atmospheric pressure, nothing snaps or shatters. Where a shallow water octopus relies on muscle and a beak that acts like bone, this deep-sea drifter is built to collapse. Its head and arms are laced with a flexible lattice of cartilage, not rigid enough to break, but strong enough to hold shape as the ocean crushes from every direction. Scientists at MBARI have run compression tests on these tissues, and they compress and rebound like memory foam, never cracking under forces that would flatten steel. This anatomy blurs the line between animal and fluid, letting the Dumbo octopus ride pressure waves that would tear most life apart. Here, survival means giving in, not resisting. Every cell, every strand of connective tissue is engineered to yield. The deeper you go, the more the body becomes a ghost, untouchable, unbreakable, and utterly alien. Inside every cell of a deep-sea octopus, a molecule called TMAO acts like invisible armor. As pressure mounts with each meter of depth, TMAO concentrations climb, reaching levels higher than any other animal measured. This chemical, a piazzolite, keeps proteins folded and working when physics says they should unravel. But there is a cost. TMAO thickens the fluid inside cells, slowing down every reaction. Metabolism drops to a crawl. Oxygen uptake in species like Granelodon boreopacifica can be as low as 0.0001 milliliters per gram per hour, 5 to 10 times lower than shallow water octopuses. Energy is rationed with ruthless precision. Movements are slow, feeding rare, life stretched over years. Each heartbeat, each flick of an arm is paid for in molecular trade-offs. This chemistry does not just protect, it demands surrender, forcing these deep-sea creatures to live on the edge of stasis, drifting through the midnight zone in a world where biology rewrites its own rules. 2/3 of a deep-sea octopus's neurons are not in its head, but in its arms. 8 semi-autonomous minds reaching through darkness, each capable of independent action. In the midnight zone, where vision fails, these arms become explorers, hunters, and even decision-makers. MBARI footage shows a Dumbo octopus gliding into view, its frilly fins beating like small wings, its arms sampling the water, curling around rocks, testing the unknown. They can prod bioluminescent animals into glowing, and those flashes become part of a conversation in a world of shadow. Each arm's nerve cord is thick with ganglia, clusters of neurons that process touch, taste, and movement on the spot. The central brain gives only the broadest commands. Stephen Haddock describes it as an intelligence unanchored from the head. That image haunts researchers at MBARI, NOAA, the Scripps Institute, and among pioneers like Edith Widder. In the deep sea, intelligence is distributed, decentralized, and adapted for a place where light never comes. This rewiring of cognition feels almost alien to scientists. RNA editing makes octopuses one of evolution's strangest experiments. At 3,000 meters, biology breaks its own rules. We still do not know how many species exist, or what is hiding deeper. Every discovery leads to more unanswered questions about deep-sea octopus behavior and about the deep ocean mysteries that remain below. We are only beginning to listen to minds that speak in touch, in shadow, and in light. In the midnight zone, light is a weapon as much as a warning. Some deep-sea octopuses and their kin wield bioluminescence in ways that confound even seasoned researchers. The vampire squid, neither true squid nor octopus, flashes blue and red from tiny photophores scattered across its cloak like arms, and those bursts of color may distract predators, lure prey, or send signals that no human has yet decoded. Shadows are at stake every time a pulse blooms and dies. Edith Widder calls bioluminescence the language of the deep. It erases shadows, hides hunters, and may even be a way animals talk when sight is useless. This creature should not exist at this depth, and yet Dumbo octopus and other deep-sea octopus species drift through the midnight zone using light and silence as tools. Recent MBARI footage from ROVs and observations from the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, NOAA, and researchers at the Scripps Institute and other labs show flashes that appear and vanish with no obvious purpose. Every new pulse recorded by the Monterey Bay Aquarium Research Institute, MBARI, raises another question. Are these messages camouflage or something science has not imagined? RNA editing, evolution, and extreme pressure tangle together here, making the deep ocean mysteries more alien-like and forcing us to rethink biology under pressure. In the dark, even the act of seeing becomes an unknown, and every signal brings us closer to answers and to more questions. In the deep sea, the genetic code itself bends under pressure. Unlike most animals, deep-sea octopuses do not rely solely on fixed DNA instructions. Instead, their cells rewrite genetic messages on the fly through a process called RNA editing. In these octopuses, tens of thousands of adenosine bases are swapped for inosine, a molecular wildcard that lets them alter the proteins that build nerves, muscles, and even enzymes in real time. The 2017 study in the journal Cell revealed that cephalopods, especially those living at crushing depths, use RNA editing far more than any other animal group. This flexibility allows a Dumbo octopus to adjust its biology for cold, darkness, and extreme pressure without waiting for slow generations of DNA mutation. Scientists now debate whether this radical genomic trick comes with a hidden cost. But one thing is clear. In the midnight zone, evolution has found a way to break its own rules. A mother octopus settles over her eggs and does not move for over 4 years. In the cold, black depths, she refuses every meal, her body slowly fading as she guards the next generation. This is sacrifice in the midnight zone. MBARI scientists watched month after month as one granelodon, Boreo pacifica, brooded her clutch for 53 months, the longest brooding period ever recorded. At hydrothermal vents, moose octopus mothers gather by the thousands, forming nurseries in the darkness. For deep-sea octopus species, reproduction can be the most extreme of evolutionary gambits. Yet for every species we find, dozens more remain unknown. No one knows how many deep-sea octopus species exist, or what is waiting unseen even deeper. Each year, new deep-sea octopus species surface from the darkness, defying everything we know about biology under pressure. The deeper we search, the stranger life becomes.